Look it up. Right, international break still going on. We've still got another week till football, so we may as well try and get some more things pushed out. The first thing that came to my mind is our winter transfer goal, and you guys... Rudely interrupted by the telephone. And you guys also voted for that to be the video on the poll on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, in the description. So yeah, we're going to take a look at our current squad and what can be added to said squad. So of course, our first team keeper, Benny Woodman, fantastic. Alvaro Fernandez, no problems with this fella, fantastic, needs to be played more. Gregory, St. Gregory, we've seen better days of course, but what can you do? Benjamin Whiteman, bit lazy, more work please. Patrick Bauer does not fit into the squad apparently because we've not seen him all season. Liam Lindsay, brick wall. Alan Brown should not be the captain. Ched Evans, liability. Daniel Johnson, getting old. Robbie Brady, fantastic. Ali McCann, fantastic. Jordan Story, brick wall. Troy Parrott. Yeah? Anyways, Andrew Hughes. Yeah, Hughes is very good. Always been good. Let's on the rhinoceros. We don't see him enough, I don't think, but he looks alright, I suppose, this season. Emil Rees still needs to be finding his footing again. Ben Woodburn, injured. That's about it, injured. Ola Sunday, no. Diaby, not seen him this season so far. Look forward to seeing him again if he fits back into this team based on the current brick wall we've got. Tony Maguire. We've not seen him, I can't comment. Apart from Central League, which I don't count. And then we've got our reserves, you could say. We've got David Cornell, whose FA Cup season will be coming soon. Adam O'Reilly out on loan, so we're not going to comment. Amaral, I don't think we saw him in like Carabao Cup, but again, can't comment. Slater, can he comment? Lewis Lay, can he comment? Lewis Colton, can he comment? Noah Mowen, Noah, can he comment? Siri, loan. Pradic, can't comment. Mikey O'Neill should be played. And then we've got Potsy, who's pretty good. Okay, so this is our first team, as you all know. So, who can we replace? Who's getting the boot? Well, no one's getting the boot, that's the problem. And I'm not saying we should boot players, because that's not fair, that's not nice. But we've got a big problem on our hands, and that is we can't score any goals. And without goals, you don't get points. And without points, you can't win the league. HMS Piss the League has hit an iceberg, people. We need to do something about it, and fast. So, here's my proposition. We need another attacking midfielder, or defensive midfielder, one of the two. Benjamin Whiteman. I have no problems with the lad. Great lad. Good shifts, especially on derby days. But when we can only rely on him to do such good things on so little occasions, what's the point? So, I'm not clued up on the transfer market and who's available, who's not available, because if it was as simple as it was on FIFA, I'd say fuck them all off and get Ronaldo in, because he's at the end of his days and Man United don't want him. Suey! Well, but that's not how it works, so we have to think, and Ryan Law doesn't sign knobheads such as myself.
Well, I don't sign any knobheads, it's as simple as that.
And I don't play wing back, so... Oh, sorry, Mike. This is a common theme now. Every video I always hit the mic. I should actually give it a name tag and call it Mike. Anyways, Ben Whiteman. What was I saying? He's alright, he's a good lad, don't get me wrong, but I think he could be interchangeable, and we don't have a player that he's interchangeable with, if that makes sense. So yeah, big shame really. Alvaro's just not being played enough, which is a big shame, because he should be. Skip. Brownie. Of course, Alan Brown has seen better days, as we all know. He used to be a fantastic, influential midfielder, and I don't think he works that great as captain. I'd rather give the captaincy to Whiteman. He seems like a good captain. But Brown, I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's been in Beluga too much, too many cocktails, but he's just a bit slow this season. He don't seem to be all there. Evans, he's not going to make the starting lineup in the league, so there's no point in explaining. DJ's another funny one, where he's not as good as he used to be, but he still puts in a good shift when he needs to, even though it's mostly average. I think him and Brown are interchangeable with McCann and Ledson, to be honest with you, but they never do get interchanged, and it's always one or the other, unfortunately. Brady is a fantastic player. We're not going to talk any shit about Brady. Parrott, I'm going to talk all the shit about Parrott because now not only can he not score for us, he can't even score for Ireland. He had a 1v1 with it. This is his problem. 1 versus 1. This guy didn't play enough Call of Duty. He can't win He can't win a 1v1 with the keeper. He just can't do it. He's had 3 chances in the league and now once with Ireland and he can't do it. And Brown gave away a penalty. So club and country performances for the Irish boys minus Brady and Cunningham because Cunningham's not there. Not looking good, is it? I can't comment for McCann. I don't know how well he's been doing for his country. So we definitely have a strike force problem because Evans doesn't get played and he'll probably get tied too quick. Parrott can't score. Reese is not on form. Shawnee Maguire is nowhere to be found apart from on the bench until the last 5 minutes, and that's not good enough. So, what strikers are available? Because I have no idea. I think we just released Izzy Brown. I don't know if that's a viable. There's no point in bringing him back because we just got rid of Izzy. But yeah, I don't know. There's just not many options available. Woodburn comes forward a lot as like an attacker, and he can do really well. But unfortunately, Benny's injured, so we can't do much about that. But then you've got other players who aren't afraid to come forward, like McCann or Navarro. But that's about it. Because Whiteman's not seeming to be doing that at the momento, and the brick wall at the back doesn't move forward unless it's a corner. So that's a shame. And can we please get some justice for this young curly-haired, beautiful boy? Because Michael O'Neill, Mikey, one of our own, deserves the playtime. He's fantastic. I don't know why the manager can't see it, because I can, and a lot of people on Twitter can see it. The lad has so much potential, and he's just not being used. It's a massive shame, because this motherfucker right here will score more goals next year than probably, well, Parrott's not here next year, than Brady and Reese combined next season, if he gets the game time he deserves. And if he doesn't, he won't. But if he does, he'll be a great player, one of our top scorers, easily. And I don't know why they don't see it, because I do. So yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm no expert. I'm a retard when it comes to football and just life in general. I don't even know my AB3s and 1-2-Cs. Retard! You know, what can you do? So that is basically our winter problem in a nutshell. We need to get rid of, not dead weight, but we need to have a plan B. Because right now we have no plan B, and plan A is collapsing into a plan Z. Plankton approves. So, you know, a plan B would be lovely, and that's where we need to change up this midfield, make the midfield creative, have a defensive or an attacking midfielder spur, just so we can get the extra support either up front or at back. And then in terms of the back itself, there's no problems, but going forward, Jesus Christ, we need somebody who actually knows how to hit the ball, because guess what, boys? You're not going to score if you don't hit the ball. Take this piece of tinfoil, for example. This is not written in the script. I don't have a script. This is just me freestyling right now. Right? Take this tinfoil. If I don't hit it, it's not going anywhere. But if I kick the tinfoil, it goes somewhere. That's the point I'm trying to make. Because these boys do not whack the ball. And even if you just hit the ball and it's semi on target, fair enough, you've had a goal. If it's off target and it was a horrible shot, then please just work on that. But they say they're working on it in training. I think it's bullshit, because I see no improvement. So international breaks, and absolutely useless time frame where nothing's going to get done about the issues we've got at our club. It's just going to have more time for us to reflect on how people are different for their international clubs, I suppose. So this is a shit period, but that is our winter transfer issue and a deadline. Striker required, right wing back desirable, midfield is desirable in my opinion, because there's no way these boys are going to make us a Premier League side. This boy, when he grows up, or even if he gets game time now, he will be one of our star players in a few years. And I'm not his mate. Obviously, I mean, I'm around his age, but I'm not his mate. I promise. I don't have any bias towards the lad. I just think he's a brilliant player. I can see it. I see the potential there, but no fucker else does. This boy needs to be played more before he goes back to Manchester. And then this, I think we should just terminate this contract and he should go back to Toynham. Because I'm not having it. But yeah, that's about it really. I think we should give Tony Maguire a chance. Hear me out. We should give Tony Maguire a chance because this dickhead's not doing it. So let's try this Irishman instead. And then we'll keep the Great Dane on. Reece Maguire. Sounds alright to me. Because I don't really fancy Mr. Evans. I don't fancy Ned. So Ned, Jed, Shed, whatever you want to call him. So yeah. And give Mikey a chance to an attacking midfield, please. Thank you. Bye.